Can the FAA share flight status data over an international network of disparate systems, providing controllers with unprecedented awareness and opportunities for airspace planning? That's the question the Advanced Technologies and Prototyping Development Group set out to answer during a recent International Flight Data Object demonstration. Nearly 50 representatives from the FAA, Eurocontrol, and industry gathered for the demonstration at the NextGen testbed at Daytona Beach International Airport in Daytona Beach, Florida. The testbed is a facility being developed in partnership with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and an aviation industry consortium. The aim is to create a laboratory for testing next-gen concepts. At the heart of the demonstration is a concept known as a flight data object, which, as Lockheed Martin's Kevin Hightower explained, is basically a digital data stream containing flight status information.
Flight data object is intended as the future medium for capturing flight information. It's a project, it's part of a project called SWIM, which is a system-wide information management, where they're defining the flight data object and other services that will be supported throughout the NAS. And this flight data object contains more information than just the messages that go back and forth between facilities today.
Just how much more information is still being defined by the FAA and its European counterparts. For the purposes of this demonstration, the data to be shared was kept simple. The flight identification information controllers normally see in a data block, coupled with trajectory information. The demonstration involved a simulated flight between Miami, Florida, and Madrid, Spain on a 4D trajectory. That's a trajectory defined by time as well as position. The goal was to share that flight's trajectory information between the American en route ERAM system, the American Oceanic ATOP system, and NAV Portugal's ATOP equivalent SATL, or Sistema Atlántico. The challenge? ERAM is the only one of these systems designed to accommodate flight data object information. In order to achieve interoperability, the ERAM flight data object was published to a system-wide information management or SWIM-like network. Special software adapters then allowed ATOP and SATL to subscribe to, interpret, and properly display that data. Think of it as how you might subscribe to a blog, podcast, or other web feed using RSS on your personal computer. The result, says Prototyping Development Manager Wes Wright, is a constant awareness on both sides of the Atlantic regarding the altitudes to which the flight plans to climb during its journey over the ocean and exactly when it plans to make those climbs.
As opposed to being able to just see what's in your airspace, because of the flight data object, you could see it in all three systems. So everyone knew not only where the aircraft they were controlling was located, but also aircraft that were in at other locations, that were in other airspaces they were able to see. So you were able to plan for the future because you knew where the other aircraft were coming from or where they were going to be located at that point.
Wright says the purpose of the demo was simply to prove that it could be done, that the flight data object could be shared between three disparate international systems. That's good news for other network-dependent concepts, such as Next-Gen Network-Enabled Weather, or NU, which would also make use of SWIM to provide common weather information from a single authoritative source to a wide variety of systems in the National Airspace System. Demonstrations such as this, says Dr. Michael Romanowski, Director of the Office of Next-Gen Integration and Implementation, are critical because they help make next-gen concepts tangible.
We can talk for days about what the capabilities of a next-gen capability may be, what that would bring. We write documents about that. We publish the next-gen implementation plan. But in the course of a morning, going through a demonstration, we see it firsthand and we can grab a hold of it, and it makes it much more real to people. So it really makes it clear for folks that the now I get it moment occurs, and they say, I can see now why we need to do this and what it can bring.
So what's next for the flight data object? For starters, says Wright, further research and work to define what sort of information should be included, and another demonstration in the fall that may be expanded to include weather information. For information on other upcoming NextGen demonstration activities, check out the events calendar on the NextGen Internet website, atoexperience.faa.gov/nextgen. From the NextGen testbed in Daytona Beach, Florida, I'm Bill Gordon for Focus FAA.